What's up, football fans? It's Jeremy Betts with Pro Football Insiders here for our Week 5 Sunday Scoreboard. Pending Sunday Night Football, here is what went down for the Week 5 slate of Sunday games starting in the morning from London, England. The Vikings take on the Browns in Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. The Vikings come away victorious here, 21-17 over a game Browns team that played well on defense until they didn't, and the Vikings came away with the victory there. The Cowboys continue their impressive start to the season on offense. Dak Prescott is playing out of his mind at an MVP level. George Pickens, even without CeeDee Lamb there, is balling out. The Cowboys' run game is going crazy. They go to New York and get a 37-22 victory over the moribund Jets, who just cannot get anything going. And it's not like that they were horrible for portions of the game, but they just couldn't keep up with a team like the Cowboys and what they were able to put out offensively there. Moving on to maybe the biggest game of the day as far as implications in an AFC-NFC showdown here. The Broncos take down the previously undefeated Eagles 21-17 in a game that the Eagles dominated early and then let the Broncos back into it late. And the Broncos, they took an 18-17 lead on 2 unanswered touchdowns. They actually score the final 21 points in this game to win 21-17 over the Eagles. Moving on, the Baltimore Ravens cannot get off the mat with their injuries. The Texans dominate them to the tune of 44-10. CJ Stroud threw us for 4 touchdown passes, and the Texans defense absolutely dominated a Ravens offense that was overmatched with Cooper Rush at quarterback, and the Ravens defense is just bad. Even though they've got injuries there, they're just bad. And it's going to be a long road ahead for them. They get the Ravens, get the Rams next week, and the Texans go to their bye. A good game for Houston there. The Panthers get the surprising back and forth win over the Dolphins. There was a time in this game that the Dolphins looked to be in control. It looked like the Tua Tagovailoa to Jalen Waddle connection was going to be too much. Darren Waller comes back again and has a fantastic game here, but the Dolphins got Rico Dowdled, ladies and gentlemen. Dowdle ran roughshod over the Dolphins' run defense, which is one of the worst in football, next to the Ravens that we just talked about, and the Panthers get the 27-24 victory. Bryce Young still doesn't look great, and this Panthers defense is so hit or miss. But you got Xavier Legette involved in this one. You had the big game from Rico Dowdle. And then Tet McMillan, he's just a stud on the outside. He's not going to get a lot of yards or a lot of touchdowns because the Panthers aren't that good and their quarterback's not that great. But a good win for the Panthers, and the Dolphins have a lot of soul-searching to do. They got their first win last week against the Jets, and now they lose to the Panthers. Rough way to start the year for the Dolphins. The Colts, moving on, continue their winning ways, 40-6 over a Raiders team that was overmatched from start to finish here. The Geno Smith experiment is not going well for the Raiders. Meanwhile, the Daniel Jones experiment is going swimmingly for the Colts. He and Jonathan Taylor are leading a Colts offense that just can't be stopped by standard defenses in the league. And the Colts defense, they are playing really well as well. And they were undermanned today, but got a couple tip balls, a couple interceptions on Geno Smith, and really ran away with this game pretty quickly behind Jonathan Taylor's 3 touchdown rushes today. The Saints get on the board, a win in the column here with a 26-14 victory over the Giants. The Giants jumped out to an early 14-0 lead. The Saints came back and dominated the rest of the game. They were really, really good. I'm sorry, it wasn't 14-0. The Saints did score a touchdown in there, but after the Giants' second touchdown, it was all Saints. 2 picks from Kool-Aid McKinstry against Jackson Dart, and the Saints defense played well. Spencer Rattler played really well, and they made the plays that were necessary as the game went along. So the Saints get on the Titans get their first win of the season in a 22-21 victory over the Cardinals. One of the wackiest games you'll ever see. The Cardinals were about to put this game away and score a touchdown to make it 28-6, I believe it was. And no, Amari DeMarcado let go of the football in celebration before he crossed the plane of the end zone. That ball rolls through the back of the end zone. The Titans get the ball. They go down and score a touchdown. And then the Cardinals proceed to turn over the football again. The Titans are able to score, and the Titans win this game. It's just an insane series of events, if you will, for the Cardinals to lose this game. And you have to start wondering, this coaching staff, this team, this culture, can they win? They should be winning. They're the better team a lot of times when they play, and they just can't seem to get it done when it counts the most. This is their third loss now by a game-winning field goal at the end of the game. So the Titans get their first win of the season. It's still not great for Tennessee. They've got a lot to figure out, but they took advantage of Cardinals' mistakes here in this one. Game of the week, Buccaneers, Seahawks, 38-35 for the Buccaneers. This game was as back and forth as it can get. Go check out my recap on that one from earlier. And then the Lions and the Bengals. The Lions jump out 37-10 on this game, and then the Bengals kind of fight their way back a little bit. They had a shot on, like, if they pick up the onside kick, then they have a chance to maybe make this a ball game with a couple minutes left to play. But the Lions' offense is just unstoppable, and their defense, it can give up some plays. It can give us some points, right? But they're opportunistic. They took the ball away 4 times in this game. They got a safety. Their pass rush is everywhere. The defensive backfield is opportunistic. So the Lions are a really good team. And then the Commanders, to round things out before Sunday Night Football, they get the 27-10 win over the Chargers, the flailing Chargers, after losing back-to-back weeks to NFC East opponents that you would think that they are better than. The Chargers losing their identity with their offensive line, really struggling. So the Commanders take down the Chargers. A fantastic Sunday of football. Sunday Night Football is on as I'm recording this, so we'll have more about Sunday Night Football on ProFootballInsiders.com for you. But for now, that's going to do it for me. Bets out.